Boys and girls, welcome to Zolder. Race number 2 for the DTM Trophy, the final race of this weekend, the final race of the double-header around Zolder that we have had over the past 2 weeks. And well, what a surprising event it has been thus far. Lucas Mauron taking his first victory of the season yesterday after an unbelievable pole position, and actually he made it very hard work. He went down to P3 at one point and managed to get himself back up into P1 and win the race. And well, that very same driver will be starting from pole position here today. A 35.948, the fastest time we've seen all weekend, was his qualifying time this morning. So he is, again, looking very, very relaxed here, but he wants to get a better start than he did yesterday. That is for certain, because he's got a driver alongside him who was very, very, very quick in terms of making overtakes yesterday. It started well out of position, did Ben Green, but Ben Green is going to start on the front row of the grid here today. Of course, remember, he is a previous race winner. He was race winner from round 2 at Spa, when Ben Tuck and Ben Green were the race winners. And there it actually is Ben coming through the middle of the pack now to get into his grid slot. So there he is, Ben Green. Qualified 0.2 of a second slower than Lucas Mauron. Mauron just seems to have Zolder under wraps, under his spell. Well, this is the first time he's been really up the sharp end of the grid since Spa, which was the first weekend. Is this the time that he goes and takes another victory here? Again, it's nice to see the BMWs doing better. At Spa, they were unbelievable. They were imperious. They were just so quick. But since then, they just haven't been anywhere near the front. Jan Casil then in P3 for Lippert Motorsport in the AMG. The BMWs have got all 4 cars in the top 10 for the first time all season. So here is P4. Mesmerizing eyes there. Lost in her eyes. Number 90, Nico Verdonk. The Belgian, can he get a win on Belgian soil? Yesterday started P4, and after turn number 1, was in the lead. He had a fantastic start. Can he do the same once again? P5 then, Max Kubolt for Volkenhorst Motorsport. He is the first of the Volkenhorst drivers. He has got himself a top 5. Next to him then is our champion, officially already crowned the DTM Trophy champion. Hasn't really had it all his own way this week, though. There's a wild Marvin on screen. Heinemann starting P6. He will not be happy with that. And his worst finish this whole season. So this is now round 10. So this is race 10. He's had 9 podiums in a row. He's finished 3rd once, which was yesterday. That's the worst position he's finished all season. Every other race he's finished either 2nd or 1st. So he wants to get back onto that podium. Bastian Boost then, who had a very quick time, would have been good enough for a top 4, but actually got taken away from him due to track limits in qualification. "17 years old, from Denmark, just joined for this week as a special guest. Camera's a little bit skew-if here. Sorry, trying to make me seasick at this point, I think. There we go. As we are on board then with Ben Tuck. Lucky number 8 potentially, starting in 8th position. He wants to take a leaf out of Ben Green's book. Yesterday, Ben Green was the overtaking master. Then in behind them, it is Fulgencio. And again, he was pole position provisionally at one point during qualifying. Very much the same as yesterday. He also had a lap time taken away from him yesterday and today that could have potentially put him up in the top 3-4 positions. But it just hasn't worked out here. So it's all on to the racing side of things to see whether we can get that result. See how different the AMG steering wheels are to the rest of the cars. And then P10, Luke Vankmuller. For the FK Performance Motorsport team, teammate of P2, Ben Green. And probably would be expecting to get a little bit more performance out of the car. But again, he's got to do what his teammate did yesterday and find some performance. And wow, the most sick on the grid will be Dominique Schack, P11, whereas Lucas Mauron in the same car has gone out and won and got pole position twice this weekend. So for sure, he will be looking for a more improved performance here. He sits really close to the steering wheel. Rudolph Ryden is the next up then in the Porsche. Phoenix Racing. Who are you expecting to win today? Who are you supporting? Where are you watching from, ladies and gentlemen? Get involved on social media at ActualVision on Twitter, on Instagram, hashtag AskLuke. There's Fidel Lieb then, our lead XP driver. Won the XP trophy yesterday. Can he win it again today? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you do indeed get involved on social media, on Twitter and Instagram, and let me know who you are supporting today. Michael Tischner then for Ring Racing, the second Supra on the grid. We'll be hoping to get another double points finish for Toyota yesterday. They got indeed 2nd and 10th. Will they be able to get a double points haul again? Peter Turting then for Pro Sport Racing in P15. And yeah, not the best of qualifying sessions. He's got a makeshift car. The front bumper, as you can see here, is not the original bumper. It's white, whereas the original one was bright orange. And actually, it does look pretty good. Still looks nice. Doesn't look out of place. But yeah, it was bright orange. So here we go then. All of the engineers are now going to head back to the pit lane. It's all about driver and machine. 30 minutes racing plus 1 lap. Lucas Mauron then is the pole sitter. So not long to go here at all. 3 minutes I think we've got. So around about 3 minutes. There is Ben Green. And can he get back to winning ways? It's been a hot minute since he last got himself up onto the top step of that podium. Or actually just on the podium. Obviously he had a terrible round 1. But then the next day, round 2, he managed to go out and get a race victory. And since then, it's just not been the best for the BMWs. Is it the time to change that today? There's Turting just flashing his lights. Just trying to be annoying at this point. It's even too bright for me. So I believe we have got ourselves, yeah, just under 2 minutes. So 1.5 minutes to go here. 1 full formation lap. Then we go with a rolling start. And it becomes race time. Is it going to be as action-packed and as interesting as yesterday? Well, I kind of hope so. Yesterday was absolutely nuts. Kind of expecting the same for this race as well. Here we go then. Engines are starting. Safety car ready to rock and roll. The dance moves from the mechanics in the middle there are finished. Lucas Mauron pole position, Ben Green 2nd, Jan Casil is in 3rd, Nico Verdonk 4th, Max Kubolt in 5th, Tim Heinemann, the champion, only in 6th position. He's got nothing to lose now as well. He's won the championship, so expect to see Tim really fighting hard today. Just got to wait 10 more seconds. They've got to start exactly on the right time. This is the final race of the weekend as well. Say welcome to everybody watching on YouTube. Welcome to everybody watching on DTM.grid. Hopefully you are all well. Also, if you are in the YouTube chat, I am looking at the YouTube chat today. So if you want to say hello, let me know where you're watching from. That would be fantastic. It's race 2 then here at Zolder for the DTM Trophy. We've got 2 more rounds to go after this at Hockenheim. But right now, it is the final race of today's weekend, or this weekend. Couple of beers up on the balcony. Could it be better? Well, it could be a little bit sunnier, but it's still motor racing and some beers. Chats with the lads. That's what it's all about. Here is your starting grid then. Lucas Mauron is on a pole position. Ben Green in 2nd spot. Jan Casil is in 3rd. Nico Verdonk in 4th spot. Max Kubolt, Tim Heinemann make up row 3. Bastian Boost, Tuck, Fulgencio and Vankmuller make out your top 10. Dominique Schack, Rudolph Ryden, Lieb, Tischner and Turting round out the final 5 positions. We've got people watching from Poland. We've got people watching from Brazil. We've got Rowdy Ruffian watching from the UK, Romania. Who else have we got here? Sweden. We've got Perth, Australia, Spain, Germany, Plymouth, Thailand, New York. Oh my Lord. Indonesia, Montenegro. So many different countries watching. Well, hello, welcome. Get yourselves involved in the conversation as well. Go tweet me at ActrolVision if you're watching on YouTube right now, or DTM.grid. We can get some conversation started. We can have a bit of fun. And also, again, great to see you all watching on all of the different platforms. We're on the formation lap here. We're about to embark upon the 30-minute timed race for the final time this weekend. Just seen Barbados. Nico Verdonk's being supported. Switzerland. United States of America. Lenny from New Jersey, loving the broadcast. Oh, you're so kind, ladies and gentlemen. Frank de Rhines just tweeted me. He thinks that it will be Max Kubolt in P3 after turn number 1. Oh, it's all going down here. So many different countries. Superb stuff. Right, it's race time, ladies and gentlemen. We got 30 minutes of action for you here at Zolder, plus 1 lap. It's Lucas Mauron in the Audi R8 in P1. It is Ben Green, winner from Spa all those weeks ago in P2. And there are the red lights at the top of your screen. We're about to go green light racing here at Zolder. As they come up towards the line here, we are green, and Lucas Mauron will take them away, but Ben Green, I think, has got a very good start here, up towards turn number 1. Is it going to be 5 wide like yesterday? Well, actually, Ben Green's been swapped here. Jan Casil makes the move up the inside here, maybe taking some inspiration from Robert Kubica from the DTM race earlier on. We've got Nico Verdonk that's going to lose out. Tim Heinemann is trying to find a little gap then through the inside of Jan Casil and indeed Nico Verdonk. Heinemann up from 6th then, already into P4. Very good start from him. Nico Verdonk then's got all that work to do, and as you can see here, down in towards turn number 3, the 2 AMGs of Jan Casil and indeed Tim Heinemann are right up in behind Ben Green. But look at this, at the front of the pack it is once again Lucas Mauron. Mauron is looking unbelievable this weekend, unbeatable almost this weekend. And oh, there's a big mistake there by Fulgencio. Fulgencio goes very slow in towards the first chicane. But as it stands, then it is Mauron, Ben Green, Casil, Tim Heinemann up 2 positions. Verdonk's down 1. Fulgencio was up 3 positions, but he just lost out a load, I believe. Was it him? Was it him that lost his positions? I don't know, actually. You can see Bastian Boost then is just in behind Rudolph Ryden. So Boost has dropped down the order here. He showed such promise at the start of this weekend, and now he's got to try, with 28 minutes left on the clock here, to gain a couple of positions. You can see there's Vankmuller in the background. Vankmuller having a little nibble there, potentially, on the 2 Porsches. The BMW's actually dropped down a few positions here. Yeah, he's down in P11. So, yeah, not a good start here at all then for Vankmuller. He's in behind Boost and Rudolph Ryden. Oh, no, Rudolph Ryn's now behind him. Kubolt already down to P8. Not a good start then for him as we come up towards the end of lap number 1. And Mauron has got a huge advantage here. 1.1 second already. Mauron yesterday made a mistake, got down to P3, and then had to work his way back up the grid order to win the race. Today, he has done what he needed to do. It's a perfect start there for Lucas Mauron for the Audi. We've got Ben Green then in 2nd position, Casil and indeed Heinemann. Oh, there's a big smoke in the background there. And I'm wondering if someone's gone off into the gravel. Someone just dipped maybe a right rear or right front into the gravel, or someone completely off. There's no yellow flag, so it looks like we're all good. Looks like we're all golden as it stands there. 2.5 seconds separating the front 5. Verdonk, Nico Verdonk, hometown hero, the Belgian. Not quite close enough. Here we go. It is Nico Verdonk then. So he's the one who's run out there onto the gravel, takes a bit of grass, bounces over like a bunny rabbit, and just about holds on to that position. Fulgencio in behind him. He's just like, oh, can I grab a couple of spots here as well? Didn't quite work out for him. But yeah, what a start. What a start from everybody. So as we come then through the first of our 3 chicanes around this circuit, I guess you could probably say there's 4, but one of them's flat out, so it doesn't really count. As you can tell, sorry, that's the second chicane, isn't it? And of course, they're not taking the track limits that seriously, as no class of car does here as Zolder. It just seems like if you don't go onto the paint with all 4 wheels, you are indeed going to get in trouble for it. So they all are doing exactly the same thing. In qualifying, we saw that it was very strict in terms of track limits. In the race, it's a lot more lenient, that's for sure. And again, there's not been any warnings in my race director either as well, so it's been very lenient indeed. Mauron then 1.7 seconds in the lead. You can see Verdonk now is very, very close to Heinemann. So Verdonk through sector number 1 is absolutely lightning here. So I'm expecting to see Verdonk to potentially get in between the 2 AMGs. So here we go. We're watching him now. No, we're not. We're actually going to be watching here Luke Vankmuller flashing his lights there. Don't worry, Vankmuller. They understand that you're behind him. Jan Casil makes a mistake. He runs wide. So is he potentially now going to lose a spot here? Ben Green just trying to hold on to this P2 at this point. Doesn't look like anybody's got the pace to match that Audi out the front there. Mauron is in a different time zone right now. You can see there, Nico Verdonk just trying to play chicken ever so slightly with our champion Tim Heinemann. But here's another look at the start. Definitely not as frantic as yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely incredible. Bastian Boost actually got very, very close to Max Kubolt. So Kubolt there, looks like he may have got a bit of a sluggish start. As you can see, coming down in towards turn number 1. Everyone gets through nicely. There's no real contact here. Mauron, well, he's using that straight line speed. It was 3 wide. As you can see here, Ben Green was done. So Jan Casil was done here. Those 2 have previous from yesterday as well. They both had a little bit of contact. You can see then that actually, was that either Max Kubolt or Ben Tuck? I think it was Ben Tuck. So Tuck there just bounces over. Well, yeah, look at this. It is Ben Tuck. Look at him bouncing over the grass. He had a terrible race yesterday. Does not want to add another DNF to it, that's for sure. You can see in the background there, Bastian Boost was just a little bit hung out to dry. But as we go back then, we're still on a replay. And actually, you can see, they're just got to be really careful here. It's kind of a process of, oh, if everyone else is doing it, I can do it. But as soon as one gets punished for it, they're all going to get punished. So they need to be a little bit more careful with the limits. Anyway, at the end of lap number 3, it is Mauron that leads the way. And he's now comfortably 2.5 seconds, or he was 2.5 seconds. It might be a little bit more now. It is. It's 2.8 seconds ahead then of Ben Green. Casil P3. Heinemann is in P4. We've then got Verdonk in 5th position. Fulgencio is in 6th. We've then got Ben Tuck in 7th. Kubolt in 8th. Bastian Boost is in 9th, and then we've got Vankmuller in 10th position. Terting in 11th, Rudolph Ryden 12th. We've then got Fidel Lieb in 13th. Dominique Schack is in 14th position, and then Michael Tischner is in 15th position. Good to see that all 15 drivers are still in this race, but look at this. It's almost becoming a freebie given to Lucas Mauron here, the Swiss driver, looking to double up. Be our second ever double winner. Of course, Heinemann's done it 3 times in a row before this weekend. He had won 6 races on the bounce. And well, Lucas Mauron's the driver to stop that rot. Can he go and get himself another performance here today? It's great stuff from everybody so far. Again, keeping all of 4 wheels on the circuit. It looks like they may have been given a warning before this race as well, just to keep it a bit cleaner. Because yesterday it was just like touring car racing. It was very scrappy, very entertaining, very fun to watch, but very scrappy. And actually, it looks like Terting has been involved in something else today, because there's no glass covering on the light now. Looks like he's got a black eye. So we're going to see where exactly this may have happened. See everyone just taking so much curb there. You've got to be so careful. And no, it's already done there by that point. So Terting, you see, he's got a bit of a black eye. You see Rudolph Ryden there. Crikey. If it was a flying competition, he would have won there, for sure. Rudolph Ryden. Don't want to be doing that too often. Completely snap the underside of the car, which is not ideal. So Terting then goes out wide, cuts in nice and deep. He wants to try and make a position here on Vankmuller. So Vankmuller back up to the top 10. All 4 BMWs, by the way, in the points. This hasn't happened for a long time. Look at this. Terting has gone for the switchback, and that is a beautiful move there. Absolutely textbook stuff then from Peter Terting. Goes out wide, sets himself up for turn 2, and makes the move. Delivers the move here. Jan Casil, you see the flashing of the lights in behind Ben Green. And Ben Green hasn't been in this position for quite some time as well, so he might be a little bit nervous here. He would love to get a P2 as it stands. Doesn't look like anybody's got the pace to match Mauron this weekend. Mauron's just been a different planet. But Ben Green will want to hold on to that P2. But look at this, champion. The official champion, the inaugural champion, Tim Heineman, is in fourth position. Nico Verdonk then from Belgium. Can the Belgian get a podium here again in Belgium? So it'll be a very, very accepted podium. That's for sure. Be a very, very popular podium, especially with the locals. So who's everybody supporting in the YouTube chat right now? Who are you all supporting? Which driver do you want to see win this race today? As Mauron still leads the way. Jan Casil's really closed up here. So the Polish driver, again, has not finished any higher than third this season, but still holds on to P2 in the championship. He's been so consistent. But can he get that P2 and then potentially at Hockenheim, could he go one better? Could he finally get that race victory? If there's anyone that on the grid that deserves it, it is Casil for sure. So we've got Verdonk fans. We've got Casil fans. The number 90, Julien, supporting Nico Verdonk. You love to see it. Lots of Mauron, Verdonk, Casil fans. Really nice to see. Just supporting Audi. Got to respect it. Casil and Kubica. Well, Kubica's already got that huge result this weekend. So you're a happy man for sure. Lucas Mauron. Do we have any Danish supporters in the chat? Of course, you have got a Danish driver this week in Bastian Boos, and I really was expecting some huge things from Bastian. Not going to lie. I thought Bastian Boos was going to be potentially winning races today, or yesterday and today. In a free practice, he looked so fast, but unfortunately just wasn't able to transfer it to qualification. So Ben Green now is becoming the cork in the bottle. You can see everybody starting to close up onto the back of Ben. We do see this from time to time. The tyres do go off quicker on certain cars, but the BMW's been known for tyres to go off, but also go back into a decent range during the very same race. So, again, he's just got to manage the situation right now. Jan Casil just in behind him. Casil will want to try and get ahead as quickly as he possibly can. He knows that Tim Heineman will make a move on him if he can as well. Across the line they will go. And again, it's 4.6 seconds now, the lead here. Mauron is just putting on a clinic here at Zolder. Superb stuff from him. Up towards turn number 2 here. We are on board, though. Well, actually, now we're on board with P2, P3. Jan Casil has got to try and get a good exit here, then, out of turn number 4. You can see the BMW just able to go a little bit later on the brakes here. Casil has got a nice run. This is as close as he's been so far into that slipstream. And is he going to have the cojones to make a move up the inside? Well, you can see that he actually forced Ben Green to go defensive. So Ben Green did go defensive there ever so slightly. May have cost him on the exit here of the chicane. Now Heineman. Heineman's got to try and find a little gap here on Jan Casil. So Casil trying to force a mistake from Ben Green, but ultimately he's now being caught by another AMG. Alexander Novak, welcome to the stream, my friend. Hopefully you're having fun on this fine Sunday afternoon. Thank you for your kind words. That is a Supra. There's 2 Supras, Tim van der Hoven. There's 2 Supras. Nico Verdonk is one of the drivers for the Supra in 5th position. And then we've got Michael Tischner in P15 in a Supra as well. And they both got in the points yesterday. It was Verdonk that finished in 2nd position for race number 1 of the weekend. And actually, Tischner managed to finish in the top 10. Hey, Frank. Frank's here. The Kubolt fan. Oh, big tank slapper on the exit of the final corner there by Ben Tuck. And it's not the first rallycross we've seen from him this weekend, that's for sure. Look at this then, Bastian Boos maybe making a move here up the inside of turn 1. He's just about going to pin the apex, may run ever so slightly wide. Well, will Kubolt feel a little bit... Yeah, will he feel a little bit aggrieved by that? Maybe. I think that's a pretty good move, though. On the limit for me. Bastian Boos now. Can he move forward? Can he move forward? Here we go. We're going to watch Ben Tuck here. Ben Tuck, or is it Johan Kristoffersen? Well held by him. I'll tell you what, the standard of driving from these drivers all season. So we've seen incidents like that, especially at Zolder actually this weekend, and they've all just been managing to hold the car. And there you go. Bastian Boos It's on the limit, I would say. Kubot may have a little reason to complain, but he'll be wanting to just get on with the race here. Still 17 minutes 30 seconds to go, so plenty of time here. And actually, as you can see here, Heineman's just dropped back. So now Verdonk very, very close in behind Tim Heineman, flashing his lights as well, as if to let him know that he's there. Yes, don't worry. Tim won't have forgotten you're there, Verdonk. You don't worry about it. Jan Casil maybe just lost a car's length to Ben Green. So Ben Green now starting to hit a bit of form again. And I did say this, with the BMWs especially, they do go out of range very quickly, but then they do seem to find a good tyre range in terms of temperature. So it does sort of chop and change during a race. And now Ben Green is indeed dealing with the best parts as well. So there is Jan Casil. Again, maybe just dropping a little bit more further back here. Again, Lucas Maurer, by the way, 6.2 seconds in the lead. This Audi has not shown this form all season. Again, at the Nürburgring, it looked a little bit faster, but it didn't look lightningly fast like it is this weekend. Like in a straight line, nothing's touching it whatsoever. I'm really interested to see, you know, whether the BOP has changed for Hockenheim, or whether indeed it will stay the same. Because if it does stay the same, I think that Audi's got a real good shot of being a danger, that's for sure. The BMWs are going to be a bit of a danger as well, I would say, at Hockenheim. So I think we might see a couple of different manufacturers at the top again. It's been nice. Zolder's been really good for a nice mixture. Definitely wouldn't have been what we were expecting when this weekend began, ladies and gentlemen, that is for sure. As we again look at Peter Turton with that black eye on the front of his car. As we head up towards the final sector then of this famed Belgian circuit. And Heineman runs wide again. So Heineman, although he is now back to closing on Jan Casil, you see the Fulgencio closing in on that Supra of Verdonk as well. All 15 drivers are in the race. We have 3 retirements yesterday, so it's good to see that they are all still there or thereabouts at the halfway point of this race. And actually, Mauron's just dropped about a second. So Mauron is he was 6.6 seconds ahead. Oh, and now he's back to about 6.4, so okay. Nothing to be too worried about there. Ben Green, again, just doing what he needs to do. Jan Casil, seems like he's got a big, big support group in the YouTube chat especially. Looks like we've got some Mauron fans as well, which is really nice to see. It's really nice to see that everybody's got some supporters, really. I know Ben Tuck's got a really good fan base, so is Ben Green. Tim Heineman. Any Tim Heineman fans? Champion of the DTM Trophy, ladies and gentlemen. How many fans has Tim Heineman got? So 6.4 seconds to lead here. Ben Green around about 0.6 ahead of Jan Casil. So Casil may be starting to rein him in just ever so slightly. Heineman's just dropped a little bit further back again. He's actually got Verdonk very, very close proximity. We're on board then with the number 35. So Kubot trying to hold on to this position here. It's becoming increasingly more difficult. Peter Turting, though. Peter Turting making it difficult for Kubot to drive away. Bankmuller, P11, so the only BMW outside the top 10 as it stands. Dominique Schack, 13th. Lieb, 14th. And then we've got Tischner down in 15th position. Still on board with Turting. Turting not quite close enough to make a move around the final couple of corners. But he is piling on that pressure here. The Porsche definitely in a good range. Good temperature check for sure. And through turn 1 they come. A purple llama. Stop being so nice. Appreciate the comments and I'm glad you're tuning in. Here we go then. Turting already made a move here before. About 5 laps ago. Is he going to be able to do the same here again? He's got the inside line then through turn 2. Now to turn number 3. And Kubot, well, plays a very, very strong defensive game. And Turting is going to have to live to fight another day. Bit of a mistake there, though. Kubot runs ever so slightly wide. So now the Porsche just underneath that rear wing. Maybe not close enough to make a move yet. No, you can see that the BMW, once it gets going, it does get going. So it's all about exit speeds here, really, for Turting. Seems the car is a lot better through the corners, especially the chicanes. You can see here Ben Green out under all sorts of pressure. Jan Casil has been one of the very, very best in terms of overtaking in this championship all season. That's not the sort of drive you want behind you, that is for certain. Of course, Jan Casil not yet done any better than P3 in a race, ever. So he would love to get a P2. And also, another factor to remember is he is actually P2 in the championship. So he's been so consistent. He's been getting 3rd positions, 4th positions, 5th positions. Very rarely is he outside the top 5. But he's yet to get that P2 or that P1. So Jan Casil, I think is coming. He's only got, today and, of course, 2 more races to go of the season. I think there's a race win for him for sure. He's far too consistent to not win one at some point. Lucas Maron now, well, look at this, 6.5 seconds. 7.2 seconds now in the lead. But this is the battle now for P2. It's Jan Casil from Poland in the AMG, in behind Ben Green from the UK in the BMW for 2nd position. And Heinemann, well, Heinemann's ready to pounce like a panther, because if these two start going at it, he will try to close in. He would love a podium. He's never not been on a podium here in the DTM Trophy. So this would actually be the first time he's not been on there. So he wants to get involved in this battle, and he wants to get there right now. So Maron again, 7.4 seconds in the lead. Jan Casil, 0.3 of a second behind. See, very, very close. And actually, you can see the Heinemann now and the Donk as well in that Supra. So the Supra's starting to close in. We saw this yesterday. The final 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, is where it really does indeed become interesting here. This is where people have absolutely burnt their tyres out from defending or indeed trying to just get away from other cars, and they are then left to be vulnerable. If you want to get involved in the conversation, go follow me on Twitter at ActRollVision and on Instagram. Send me a message. Let me know who you're supporting. It would be fantastic to see a few of you on the social media as well. Again, at ActRollVision on Instagram and on Twitter. Hashtag AskLuke. And then if you've got any questions, I can read them out. Unfortunately, the YouTube chat's just a little bit too fast for me to be able to read out questions from there. Jan Casil now 0.3 of a second. So Ben Green, if he's going to get this P2, he is going to have to work for it for sure. But he's doing a good enough job as it stands. Jan Casil not being close enough to take advantage as of yet. Is he going to be able to get this move done, though? Heinemann's dropped a little bit further back now, and actually so has Nico Verdonk. Through the first chicane they come. Jan Casil just looks so much smoother through there. Through this sweeping downhill left-hander. Turn 6, down towards 7 and 8. As they got through 7, they transition towards 9. Then through 10, they've got the long run now. On the exit here, just running on out onto the curb. Then they've got a nice crest here over the hill, over the timing beam then for the end of Sector 2. And then it's the long run here, the fastest sector of this circuit. They've got this right-handed and a flat-out chicane. It's not really a corner here. It is flat out. You just pin it. And you've got the long run down in towards the final corner. Yesterday we saw that the Audi chasing other cars was so fast in a straight line. Maron's not needed to be too worried about anyone today from the start of this race. Yesterday, he lost the lead in lap number 1. This time out, he has just got a superb start, and he has not looked back since. So you'd think this is the battle for P1. It's not. Lucas Maron is 8.3 seconds in the lead. Ben Green then just ahead of Casil. Heinemann is in 3rd, and Casil is as close as he has been all race long here. So Ben Green now under some tremendous pressure. Heinemann wants to just get a little bit closer here. So if these two do go side by side, he can force himself an opportunity of a podium. Around turn number 4 they come. Along the straight here, down in towards that chicane. At end of sector number 1, and it's 0.2 of a second then between the two. The BMW, though, the straight line speed just getting out of jail. But it's all about the exit speed of the chicane. We're going to get the camera angle. There you go. You can just see how much smoother the AMG is than the BMW. The BMW struggles with the curves. Through the sweeping left-hander, downhill. Got to set yourself up nicely in the braking zone here. You've got to make sure all 4 wheels are facing straight on. You cannot be braking and turning at the same time. Such a tough corner to master. They come through the exit of the chicane, up through 9, over the crest once again. And Jan Casil not close enough. Not close enough at all. You see the championship prediction. This is what it would be if it was to finish as it is. Tim Heinemann would, of course, he is going to be the champion. Jan Casil would hold on to P2. But Ben Green, this is huge for Ben Green. If he can hold on to a position ahead of, indeed, Jan Casil, there's every reason to suggest that he could fight for second in the championship moving forward with 2 races still to go in Hockenheim. I've just been tweeted from the Pokist, or the Potchist, a gif of some jelly, and no, I can't guess what that means, I'm afraid. But thank you for getting involved. Jan Casil. Can he make this move? 6 minutes 43 seconds to go. 0.4 of a second between them here. So Ben Green is now really starting to charge. And actually, the sun's out for the first time. It feels like all weekend. There's Mauron. Mauron will not have anything in his rearview mirror. Tim Heinemann's decided, I think, that I'm going for this. He wants to get onto the podium again. He's not been on the podium all season. He's either finished in first or second up until this weekend, and then he finished in third yesterday. So this would be the first time he's not been on the podium in the history of the DTM Trophy Championship. Jan Casil and indeed Ben Green's job here is to make sure that doesn't happen. Ben Green just wants to hold on to P2 and potentially have a chance of fighting for P2 in the championship later on in the next couple of weeks. Welcome, Lauren Christ from Brooklyn. I tell you, the worldwide audience today. So great to see you all watching the DTM Trophy. This is the first season, and well, it's been announced for a second season, so we're going to be back next season. Hopefully, I'll be involved as well. And yeah, it seems like people are quite invested in the championship itself. It's a very, very fun championship. I've had an absolute blast with this season as well. Like, the drivers are really nice personalities as well. They always get involved within comments on social media, especially on Instagram and on Twitter. So yeah, they're a really, really good bunch. We had a yellow flag there momentarily, but it's been taken away. Yeah, green flag through 15 and 16. So maybe someone's just run wide into the gravel. What do I think of Nico Verdonk, Stephen? I think Nico Verdonk is a very, very talented driver. The fact that he's driving that Toyota Supra, and the only driver that's been able to extract any pace from it this season was Jose Maria Lopez at the Lausitz ring. And Verdonk's got into the car this weekend and he's looked like a potential race winner. Huge potential for Nico. It's a shame he's not got that race victory this weekend on his home soil. But yeah, legitimately for me. Oh, no. That's the race lead. That's Mauron. Is that something dragging on the floor, or is that a failure? That's a failure. Oh, wow. Lucas Mauron in the lead of this race, 8.6 seconds in the advantage. He's spraying oil on the circuit, and oh no, it's Dominique Schack. Wow, there we go. Sorry about that. I got really excited there for the wrong reason. It's Dominique Schack. Don't worry, Lucas Mauron's fine. Mauron's fine. Whew. So any Lucas Mauron fans out there, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So it is still Mauron in the lead, 9.5 seconds ahead of Jan Casil. So Jan Casil has got ahead here of Ben Green. So we've missed that with the smoke then from Dominique Schack. Wow. Unbelievable. So Mauron then is still in the lead. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, he is still in the lead. It is Jan Casil in second position, Ben Green in third, Heinemann fourth, Verdonk is in fifth position. And now Heinemann looking for that podium. So Ben Green is really struggling here. Side by side there between AMG and BMW Power. BMW's got to go on the brakes late here. It's got to force Heinemann wide. And look at Nico Verdonk. Well, actually, Heinemann's going to have to give that position back, surely. He wasn't given... Yeah, he has given that position back. But where's Nico Verdonk? Is Verdonk going to make a move up the inside through the sweeping left-hander? No way you go around the outside here. And he didn't have the opportunity. Heinemann on the brakes late enough, sufficiently late enough to hold on to this position. And well, with 2 minutes 50 seconds to go, it's about to get exciting. Apologies, ladies. Oh, Ben Green sliding. over the curbs there. His tyres are done, I think. Nico Verdonk then trying to find a move here on Tim Heinemann. Heinemann was looking for a podium spot, and now he's trying to defend for P4. What a finish this could be. Superb stuff. Again, I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, to all the Lucas Mauron fans. Yeah, that was on me. That was my bad. I only saw the rear of the car, and they look identical. Oh, there's a spin here in the background. Is that Dominique Schack again? Yeah, it is. So that's what's happened there. He's had a spin, and unfortunately, it's cost him. Jan Casil, by the way, his best result of the season, more than likely here. Although Ben Green, his tyres are shot. His tyres are gone. He's under so much pressure here. Heinemann's going to have to go all the way around the outside here of turn number 2. And look at Nico Verdonk. Nico Verdonk is all over the back of Tim Heinemann. And while we're in for a grandstand finish, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a grandstand finish. And there we go, move up the inside by Tim Heinemann. Heinemann is going to get caught out. He is, almost contact between him and Ben Green. And Nico Verdonk then, can he take advantage of these two playing this game? Nico Verdonk, is he going to go out wide around the outside? Heinemann trying to still find a gap then. Up the inside, Ben Green tries to open up the corner to maximize his exit speed, and Nico Verdonk with an opportunity here for sure. Fulgencio maybe with an opportunity as well now of a podium. This is getting frantic for sure. Through the second of those chicanes. Mauron still leads. Casil is in second. Those two have got a very nice buffer now to work with. Ben Green third, Heinemann fourth, Verdonk is in fifth. Fulgencio now has joined onto the back of this pack here in sixth position. Wow. Superb stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. Through that final chicane, or up towards the final chicane, should I say. And you see Nico Verdonk there flashing his lights. He wants to see these two go at it one more time. Give him an opportunity of potentially getting that podium spot. And oh, very late on the brakes here, and him and Heinemann have had to come in together. And I think Verdonk may be in a little bit of trouble there. Heinemann is going to lose one position, but I think that's going to have to be given back for sure. Very late on the brakes there. Heinemann didn't really have much of an alternative but to run wide. But he's going to lose the position here to not only Fulgencio, but Bentuck as well. Bentuck squeezes him onto the apex. Heinemann still trying to find that gap up the inside. And well, as we go up towards turn number 2, Bentuck has just about got his nose then up the inside. And he should just about be able to hang on. But look at the AMG. Look at the stability on the outside line here. Up towards turn 3, driving down towards turn 4. Now they are still side by side, banging wing mirrors, and Bentuck still not got this job done. Heinemann still hanging around the outside, grabs a load of curb on the exit. Bastian Boost now looking for an opportunity himself here as well. And as they come down in towards then the first of our chicanes here at Zolder, laying on the brake step for Tim Heinemann, but I think he's going to run wide. So Bentuck with an opportunity here. We've got bits of car falling off. No, it's a bit of a cone. He just completely took a road cone out. But he's held onto the position under investigation then, 46 and car number 90. So that was Nico Verdonk then, and indeed Heinemann. We're seeing him jump over the curb there. And there are all the curbs, all three of them gone. That is a strike. And there's going to be no further action between 46 and 90. That's very surprising. Nico Verdonk, though, has gained himself a podium spot, potentially, if he can go up ahead of Ben Green. We've got a yellow flag then at turns 5 and 6, and that would be where that road cone is. And we are just about heading onto the final lap of today's race. And, well, these two races have been absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Hopefully you have all enjoyed this from your homes. Superb stuff. Zolder has proved to be, for me, my favourite rounds of the championship by far. Lucas Mauron, then. We'll be hoping there's no failures, like I called out earlier on. 6.5 seconds the difference. And wow, Mauron does make a mistake then. It's towards the final corner. We know Mauron's got these mistakes in him. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. 6.1 seconds the advantage. What a race it's been. Looks like Casil is going to get P2 as soon as Casil got ahead of Ben Green, by the way. He's managed to gap it by 3 seconds. So yeah, unfortunately, Michael Tischner then is in the pits. So that's his race over here. Maybe the drivetrain issue. Car 46, it's got a black and white flag then for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. There's a cone being flung up in the air as well. As they come then through the second of those chicanes. And And well, we've got one more sector to go here. And Nico Verdonk is trying absolutely everything to potentially find that podium. But it's all about this young man here. Lucas Mauron came into this weekend with a lot of questions over his head. He's made a lot of errors this season. And, well, recently been showing a little bit of that form, a little bit of that raw pace. But this weekend, he has answered all of those. Absolutely sensational. It's a double win for Lucas Mauron here at Zolder in the DTM Trophy, round number 10. And then in second position, it will be Jan Casil's best finish ever in the DTM Trophy. Ben Green will finish in third, his first podium since Spa, all the way back in round number 2. And then we've got Verdonk, who will finish in fourth position. What a race that was. Incredible stuff. But Lucas Mauron, take a bow, my friend. Take a bow. Be called into question with some of the racecraft decisions this season. You've had failures that were out of your control this season, but this weekend, absolutely untouchable. Superb stuff. Absolutely incredible performance. So before we do indeed head to the podium here, we will get our official race results then. So Lucas Mauron picks up P1. Jan Casil will pick up P2. Ben Green on the podium though. Verdonk, so close, but yet so far to that podium. Fulgencio. Heinemann, P6, his worst performance of the season. Tuck and Boost then 7th and 8th. Terting and Kubel 9th and 10th. Vankmuller in Rudolph Ryden in 11th and 12th. Fidel Lieb then will be our final classified driver in 13th. Tischner and Shaq both with the DNFs. What a weekend it's been. Yesterday's race, first 15 minutes was one of the most frantic races I've ever commentated on. And today, the second half of the race was just as frantic. Incredible stuff. I do want to just say to everybody watching, I tried something new today. We got involved with the YouTube comments. So great to see a load of you watching on YouTube. It's great to see loads of you watching on grid.dtm.com. So very thankful for you all getting involved. It's nice to see some nice comments as well. And oh dear, who is that? That is Jan Casil. So that is after the race, right? That must have been after the race because there was no one near him in behind him. So yeah, thank you very much for getting involved. Hopefully we'll see a lot of you in Hockenheim. And if you have any questions about the series, or if you want to follow me and get yourselves involved in the conversation a little bit better next time and be more prepared, at ActroVision on Twitter or on Instagram. Get yourselves involved. So the DTM Trophy is so new. But I tell you what, it's got a very bright future, as with a lot of these drivers as well. So here is the Drivers' Championship then. 231 points for Tim Heinemann. Jan Casil then is on 141 points. Ben Green on 120. 105 then for Ben Tuck. So it's going to be between the Bens for P3, I think. Peter Terting then on 72. 69, nice for Lucas Mauron. Mark Fulgencio on 62. 56 then for Kubalt, Herziger and Springgob on 52 and 50. So there you go. There's Dominique Schack there. Gonna have to have his Audi sorted out. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your top 3. Ben Green for FK Performance Motorsport. It's been a while, but he's back on the podium. It's Jan Casil, his best performance of the season so far. He's been super consistent this season, but not had a second or a first, but now he has. It is Jan Casil for Leipert Motorsport. But for the second race in a row, it's pretty much come out of nowhere, to be honest. It is Lucas Mauron in the Audi for Hella Pagid Racing 1, who picks up yet another victory. And there you see the Audi waiting to pick up the trophies. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now with the ceremony here, where they have the, of course, trophy presentation, the champagne being sprayed everywhere, and indeed the national anthems of the driver. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating for you all, and hopefully I'll see you all in Hockenheim.
Well done, gentlemen. Congratulations. Show your trophies for the